Okay, so here we go. We're going to Phil. We're going to cover your 36 key positions with digital diagnostics from QBTV. Okay, so let's get it started. Let's understand what we do right. Let's understand what we do wrong. All right,
Coach.
beginning position. We always look at locked and loaded. Okay, and we got 5 things that we're judging. One, our foot. Our foot has to be off target line, but it does have to be also kind of open, and it preps the hip, to the right hip, to be driven to target. Okay, so your foot needs to be off target line. That's the problem here. All right, now your hip needs to be closed. Your shoulder needs to be closed. Your vertical spine. I would say that you're too over. This technically should be red. So we missed one here as well. Your vertical spine needs to be more upright. Because you know as well as I do, if you have a forward body position, I've told you this before, that you're going to want to throw out to the side and not have a vertical plane that you're dealing with when you throw at the target. Okay? You're going to want to come out the side, like sidearm. Okay? You do have a close relationship with the ball and a good starting point for that. All right, next, you do clear your left side for right side to be driven through. Good job. And your elbow rises. Beautiful. And your ball is very visible. That's an excellent form right there. All right, now, this right here is from your belt buckle through your throat and from your belt buckle through your wrist, the middle line, the medium between that has to be vertical. And so suggesting with your beginning posture of a bit back outside, so you're going to throw to the outside a little bit, okay? And you knowing what I'm looking for already, I think you probably raised your release point as well. A little bit. You might have manipulated just a bit. But no matter what, it's still hard to get away from the forward body posture, okay? And here it is, it's kind of getting you on this. Also just suggest that you're going to release your right foot a little early from the ground. Okay. Also, with that, whenever you release your right foot early and you throw out to the side, quite often we'll put that left foot in front of us, and you know you already started foundationally with it in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So as you go here, you never really did anything with it. You stepped in replace, which is proper, but the problem is it's still in your way because you didn't get it out of the way. So it means you're going to have to get the right foot out to be able to throw square. Okay, so the right foot's going to come off the ground early. As you can see, it's already pretty much wasted at that point. All right, so as we go through here, now all of a sudden you got what we call Bermuda Triangle. And you know what happens in the Bermuda Triangle, right? Okay, things go missing, potentially footballs. You do a good job here. Your belt buckle, your chest at target at the time of release. Great job. You're a good thrower. That's what I've always told your dad. There's one thing you can do. You can throw. You're extremely fluid. You got some rough patches of some things you do, but you're extremely gifted in the tempo and rhythm of the hand. All right. So one thing we're not getting a good enough pronation with your fingers and hand here. You remember, pointer finger and thumb have to go down. Point at your target, flip it down, right? It'll also help you keep a straight elbow at release and through your finish. Good job on elbow work here, too. I love that. I've got a picture. In fact, I kind of think that he's got that wrong. Look at the pronation. You can see your finger there. And then you look at that. It looks like it turned over. So let's bring that back and just watch. Oh, no, he's right. Never mind. You manipulated it. Okay. So, but you have good shoulder rotation and finish here. Great job on that. Okay, all of a sudden, look at that. Your front foot is off target line. You fixed it on the side view. That is hilarious. Okay, so, but anyway, as we go through here, we're looking at locked and loaded from the side, from the 3 o'clock. You've got a good base. I tend to think you might not have enough gas tank. I think I think your chest is probably, see how it should be right here. The middle point is right about there.
Yeah.
See it? Yeah. So it actually puts it here. You're more in a 50% tank. So that should be red too. The base size is good, but you need to be further back with your body. The ball position is good, and your level of shoulders are great. Everything looks good there. Now, you step and replace here very well. Your foot is outside your knee still, and that's important. And then you go to chambering round. Great job. All right, so your elbows are decently level. I would have a problem with your shoulder plane because your target's only about 12, 13 yards in front of you at this point. Okay, so no one needs to have an elevated gun at hitting a target that's 12 yards in front of them. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of balance and what we call elbow split, your balance with elbows is good here. Nice and on level. Now, your shoulders start to catch up with you. We short end quite a few things here where your shoulders are upright. You're actually at a 90. This red is incorrect. This red needs to go from your front shoulder to your elbow, which I believe that's all on one plane. And this is decently at 90 degrees. See it? Do you see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I have a problem with is your 180 ball from target is not there, and that your shoulders are elevated. There is no need for that. And you have you have a decent drive leg here and a drive hip. Good job with that. I tend to think you're a bit early. In terms of where your body's at and your ball is at, I think you're early in your gas tank. I think you need to be further back. Right?
Yes, sir.
You with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, you can see where your elbow takes the lead and the ball is behind, and it rises. Your elbow rises. Good job here. Good athletic knee so far. No, he's wrong on this. I like what you're doing here. You got a bent knee. I don't like your foot's off the ground so early, because as soon as that happens, you know what I'm saying, your left hip stops moving forward. And if you're already advanced in your gas tank forward too early, then you're going to have nowhere to go. You're going to run out of runway. Does that make sense? For you to push through? Okay. So, but you'll notice as soon as this foot stops, or it turns and rotates, that knee turns and rotates, there is no more driving forward. You see how your hip stopped? Your left hip stayed there? You ran out of runway, and your right foot came off the ground. It's done. All right, and your elbow takes the lead, and you do a good job snapping, and I think you have an athletic knee, so that should be green. Uh-oh. Pull that back, put that there. All right, so then you got good finish, decent rotation on your shoulders. Good job. Okay, what did they give you for a grade? Let's compare it first to me. So we get a good vision. Okay, so I want you to have more vertical line with your vertebrae. Okay, your spine to be more upright like that. You see it?
Yep.
Okay, and your foot to be off target line like mine, not on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You clear well. Elevated elbow and ball visible. Good job. Middle line. Right? If you would fix your chest at the beginning, your vertical spine in the beginning, this most likely would be just perfect. Bermuda triangle. Good job. Pronation of the hand, which we have the same finish, but I think if you'll notice, your hand actually, it stays there and then it finishes at the very end. Watch your hand. You ready?
Yep.
See how it was flat and then flipped at the end? Anyway, and then finish shoulders like that. Okay. Now, locked and loaded. There's 2/3 tank. See it?
Yep.
You know what's funny is you have Jacob Eason's starting point. You're very much like what Jacob Eason, Fromm is better. I don't know if you've analyzed them at all or looked at them on film. Fromm is stacked better. So foundationally, he should be more consistent throwing. They both have low elbow flips, which is not good for throwing. But anyway, but you can see here how you're stacked compared to me. Step and replace. That foot has got to stay outside the knee when you step, chamber in the round there. Now, I'm throwing about a 25-yard ball, by the way. So you'll see my shoulders projected up a little bit. But see how level the elbow split is?
Yeah.
On balance. Yeah. And then you got a driven hip, drive leg, driving that hip, creating core power. And then you got from shoulder to elbow, front shoulder to elbow, you got straight line to a 90-degree elbow. Elbow it goes high and leads the football. Then we got the snap, the athletic knee versus your snap, and which I think your athletic knee, you have it there. That should be green. All right, and then good finish. Okay, so your score was 82, but I think, remember, I noticed 3 issues, and then there was 1 green, so really you should have 2. So that gives you a 75. You technically should have a 75. But that's, Phil,
But there
that's
were
the
2 that were red, green.
Yeah, exactly. I already minus that out. So you had 3 that I would have had for red, and then the 1 green I would have given you for the knee. So, and so that's basically 2 wrong. So that gives you a 75. I got to tell you something. That's probably one of the highest scores we've ever had, because this is pretty thorough on people, and it shows their issues. That's pretty dang good, Phil. We don't usually get that high score. Nice job. All right. Let me go ahead and end this.